Hey friends, Steve Bennellick here from www.brisbaneguitartuition.com.au. Welcome to a weekly tip. So this week I'm going to teach you the importance of the practice plan. So the practice plan consists of 3 stages, right? Tuning, spider exercise, and then some form of chord practice. Okay. So the reason we have this plan is to get the most out of our practice on a day-to-day basis. Okay. So let's walk through each individual step. So the first one is tuning. And so make sure you get yourself a good tuner. There's a fantastic one called Guitar Tuner, T-U-N-A, that you can get off the App Store. Okay, it's a green pick with a wave in the middle of it, and it's a really good tuner. Okay. It's got lots of other cool free features, and you can upgrade it as well if you choose to. What I also suggest when it comes to tuning is practice tuning also by ear, so that you can even hear the micro difference of it being slightly sharp or flat, because that can also make a big difference to how your guitar sounds. Okay, so the more in tune it can be, the better you're going to sound. So it doesn't really matter how skillful you are, if your guitar's out of tune, it's not going to sound as good as it possibly could. Okay, so tune up your guitar first. Step 2 is warming up with a spider exercise. So what that's going to do is we're going to walk through our 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th finger chromatically, and then we're going to work our way from our low E string down to our high E string and back again. Okay? So I'm going to demonstrate that by starting on the 5th fret on the low E string, and we're going to alternate the pick. So that means we're going to pick down, and then up, then down, then up. So we're going to put our 1st finger on the 5th fret just in behind the fret wire, I'm going to go down, up on the 6th fret, down on the 7th, up on the 8th fret, come down to the A string, down, up, down, up, down to the D string. We're going to work our way down to the high E string. Now when we put the pinky down this time, we're going to now slide over to the 9th fret and start with a downwards pick and work our way back up. Still alternating the pick. Alright, then when you get to the top you can move over and work your way down again. As you get more and more comfortable with this, you can start down on the 1st fret and eventually work your way right up. Okay? So this is going to get your fingers moving, and over time you can build good speed with this. It's also important to use a metronome or a backing track to keep yourself in time, and then you can steadily increase that as you go along to get faster. Okay? But remember, it's more important to get nice clear notes than to build the speed at the start. Okay? So just nice, clear notes like this. And then we're keeping our fingers in a nice straight line as well, okay? So that's the 2nd step. Now the 3rd step is some kind of chord practice, okay? Why we want to do some kind of chord practice is, especially if you're just learning and you're going and getting paid lessons from a teacher on a week-to-week basis, you might be learning like a little riff or something like this, and you could spend all of your practice that week on that little riff and not touch any chords. You could then go back the next week and do a little bit more on that riff and still not be touching any chords. Okay? So the idea of this practice plan is to make sure that every day you are practicing your chords, whether it be where to place your fingers, what the chord's called, where to strum it from, how to change between them, right? It means that every day you're getting closer and closer and closer to really getting a nice smooth change between all of your most common chords, alright, or the chords you use. This will mean that it does take a long time to get up to that stage where you can change through them comfortably. So that's why I've come up with this practice plan, alright? It means that every day you're working towards that goal. Okay, so that could be anything. It could just be sitting down and memorizing where the notes of a C major go, or where to strum them from. Or it could be practicing how to change between 2 chords, say like a C to a G. or it could be practicing a full chord progression with a strumming pattern. Alright, some kind of chord practice. If you have my Google Drive, you've got the backing tracks, the chord backing tracks with the chord progressions as well, with the full band production to go along with. So please feel free to use them. They're also going to be available for purchase if you don't have the Google Drive. Alright, so full C major backing tracks and A minor backing tracks, and they'll be very useful. You also get the backing tracks that help you change from one chord to another, and also the single backing track for each chord as well. Okay, so just make sure you do some kind of chord practice, okay, so that every day you're getting better and better and better at them. So that's the practice plan. Now this can take, anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes every time you start up, but what's important is to do it every single time. Okay, so make sure you get this practice plan in action and let me know how it goes. I think you're going to see a dramatic change in your playing very quickly. So one last time, tune up your guitar, warm up your fingers with the spider exercise, and then do some kind of chord practice. Awesome. Well, thanks for watching this tip. I hope you enjoyed it this week, and I'll look forward to sharing another tip with you in the future. If you would like one-on-one Skype lessons, you're more than welcome to go over to the website www.brisbaneguitartuition.com.au, and you can book in a free introduction lesson, and then we can go from there. Okay. If you live in Brisbane, you're more than welcome to come down to my home studio, and we can have one-on-one lessons, in person. So if there's anything else you need, you can also contact me on my email, which is steve@brisbaneguitartuition.com.au. Alright, take care, and I'll see you next week. Cheers.